Okay, this training session obviously is with John and Kerrie Leonard, and Power Kerrie Leonard. What I want you to understand is focusing. You have to focus on what you're going to do. How do you do that? Well, there are certain exercises you can use in focusing and learning to focus. And I think you've been working with Felicity a little bit on that, and how to focus and how to get the mind right and what you're doing and understand that. There are certain techniques that you can use in relation to focusing. You can use a tapping system and watch what you're doing in relation to looking at a clock, that type of thing. There's so many different types of methods of learning how to focus, but you have to learn how to focus on what you're going to do. Breathing is a critical component in shooting a bow. And in any sport, you have to be able to breathe properly, to get the right amount of oxygen into the bloodstream, to understand what you're doing. So you have to learn how to breathe. Imagery, again, another component in remembering on what you're doing, imaging in your mind what you have to do and reinforcing in your mind. That's really important. And there's exercises for that as well, and which you have to, what you call, to learn how to do these things. Distractions. Okay, how can you handle distractions? You're going to go to a competition. Your competitors are there, or you have somebody got a team member who torments you. So you have to learn how to cope with the distractions. Okay, if you're in shoot-offs and you're in an international competition, there's going to be cameras there. So you've got to learn how to cope with that. And the only way you're going to do that is by being strong mentally. That's mental toughness. You're going to have a situation where if you're mentally tough, that's half the battle in relation to shooting. Okay? Passive thinking. Understand passive thinking. And you'll understand passive thinking. We had a system with Harry Jacobs, which is the Harry Jacobs method. He would teach us how to focus on a certain aspect of, we say, like a ship sailing, and you could imagine the sails on it. You could imagine the foam coming over the top of the ship and things like that. And it's a kind of a system which you can learn, this passive thinking, so that you don't let other thoughts come into your mind, that you can control the mind. Mimicking, that's running through the shot in your mind. You have to learn how to do that. And reinforcing in your mind that what you're doing is right, and understand and connect to the shot, and don't be afraid to shoot a shot. Don't be intimidated by the bull up there. Your most important thing is the arrow. And if you do it right at the stand stage, it has to be right at the target end. Right? And that most important then is you must understand this muscle relaxation. You have to learn to relax as much as you possibly can, but then you've got to get into shooting mode. So when you have your muscles relaxed and you get into shooting mode, you're 100% ready to get that shot off as consistently as possible. So you're able to do the same thing the same way each time. Now, in archery, there's been maybe 100 books written on mental preparation. If you look at golf, there's thousands of books on the mental process. And the ones that really make the grade are the ones who are mentally tough, the ones who understand relaxation, the ones that can actually knuckle down and practice. And that's what you have to do. So we'll get on with the shooting now. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot 30 meters. And we'll try and do 36 and we'll see what the score is. So John's best score so far, he's not shooting all that long, was 3:29. Would that be right, John?
Yeah.
3:29. So how long are you shooting? Did you ever shoot at 30 meters before?
No, a compound, no.
No, that's your first.
Yeah.
That was your first compound round at 30 meters, and you shot 3:29. What do you attribute that to? What do you think made that for you? Was it the training, the understanding of the training, tuning the bow, getting everything right?
I'd say I've had a lot of experience with the recurve,
Yeah.
and then as well we had the bow perfectly tuned as well, which helped.
So mentally you were tough. You knew your bow was good.
Yeah, we knew the bow was going
You had
ahead.
an understanding
Yeah.
of what you were going to do. So the first time you ever shot at 30 meters, you come out with a 3:29. That's very, very good shooting. Okay. So okay, we'll get on now with the shooting and we'll see how it goes. The first round 55. Second round, that one 56. John, you were 54. And because of what we're setting up, it's 53. Still good shooting. Remember what I said to you, keep in, come up a little bit, come down into it. Remember, this is practice, it's not a competition. So understand what you're doing. You do it head to head later on.
Okay.
Okay. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Not too stiff, so
No, I can feel a bit of fatigue in my muscles.
you get over it. You're shooting well. Like a 57 is no, it's not bad. Right? And we're messing and talking. So you're focusing ground. Good man, John. That was a nice shot. Okay, a little bit of deflection over onto the other because you didn't hold the bow on. A little bit steadier around you. You're concentrating. You're trying to hold too steady and you're not able to hold steady at this stage. Ruby put you off.
Do you know what from me?
Ruby's there. What's the stuff of you?
It started off so well.
You still hit a 9. It can't be that bad.
Lucky I hit the
You
side
really
of
hit
the
it
barn door.
hard, right? Good man, John. Now that's much better. You feel that better?
Yeah.
And then the raise up a little bit better?
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. Very clean. Pull the 10 on that, maybe. Slightly high, slightly high tempo. Just leave it at that. If you want to bring it up a little bit, you can. Right?
Well, it's more if I drop the arm because of fatigue, then we drop into the 10 rather than dropping into a 9.
Relax you didn't tense again. Stop. Think about relaxing the body, relaxing it. Keep the muscles relaxed until you come into what you call a shooting mode. Then it's time to move up. But in between the shots, relax off. You know? And get your breathing going. You're not breathing. So you're, again, you have to keep the breathing going all the time. Good. Very good. Yeah, you've got to give yourself a break now. You're not giving up yet. You're too critical on yourself. You have to be in lockdown.
Have you met me? I'm Kerrie. Critical is my middle name.
So you have to give yourself a break. This is only starting back into your training after all this. Keep focusing and keep focusing strong. Lovely.
One more. Wanna shoot it?
Oh yeah. Okay, it looks good. Watch your front end again. You're really well in line this way. reason why Kerrie doesn't raise up by without putting balance. You know? It's not a technique for staying in balance. You know? Without raising up a little bit too much. Because you're able to manage it's her technique and how to shoot. So I think at that stage up there, it looks again like another 57. Okay? Yeah, and yours again another 53 or 54. All right? Okay. Okay, I sold you short that time. You were at 59. Okay?
Not a 60. God, I'm doing something
59.
wrong.
You're doing something wrong. Very badly wrong. John, take your time. You're trying to go too quick. Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. Okay? So again, but you're staying inside the yellow. Okay. Again, when you make the mistake, because you get too tense, you're pushing it up into the red or a mate. But you're making up for it with tens. So watch your breathing again. You really have to watch that breathing. You know? And then settle for the shape. Settle for the shape. The same thing. Yeah. Hold strong on the back. Keep it into the stops. Nice shot. Lovely. Keep the bow arm up there. Don't be afraid of it. Just concentrate on holding that bow arm up. And let the bow do the work. Lovely shot. X.
Say something about brother.
You're turning yourself up in the middle. You know,
I overstretched the front arm.
yeah, I know, but nevertheless, you're still able to compensate for it, you know.
Well, because I overstretched the front arm, it meant it was out to the right.
Yeah.
He was trying to pull it back left.
Yeah, but just think about it. You're not, you know, you're only getting back into training to a certain extent. Look at the scores you're doing. You know, you're always beating yourself up.
Yeah.
If that's my job to beat you up, that's your job.
You should be used to this by now.
How's that shot being on that one, John?
That was good.
Yeah, it was great. It was good. It was good. You know, you've got to be confident in yourself. That was a good shot. You know,
Yeah,
no
just-
doubt.
The second I put my thumb on the trigger, just tend to go
Yeah,
for it as
yeah,
opposed to relaxing
yeah.
it.
To squeeze the trigger off. You know,
Yeah.
squeeze the trigger off. You know, don't think about punching another 10 times. Because, you know, as you're pulling, squeeze off and get your pin in the middle. There you have it. Not much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the yellow again.
Down, so it went up.
Yeah, I know. The guy flew like we doing the right guy. It shuttlecock. But it went into the 10. Beautiful shot, John. Really good. Really good. You see it waving in the air, waving at you. Yeah, it still went in there. Steady. Nice. That was well excellent. How do you feel about that one?
I sat too long.
Now, what are you doing right, John?
Taking my time once I get to the...
Take your time. Be in control of it. Don't let the bow, you know, you control the bow. It's really good. A little bit of a tickle. Not too bad. Oh, not too bad. It's still in the air. Beautiful. Nice. Another 10, we're finished. Yeah.
Yep, done.
Another 59. Okay, John, you 54, averaging 54. Okay. So we're finished that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on to a shoot off and we'll see how we go on that. So we'll do 3 arrows. 3 arrow shoot off. Okay? And see how it goes. Okay? Now, what you got to think about when you're doing that is not to up your game, stay calm, watch what you're doing, concentrate, get your breathing right. You know, don't be thinking of the competitor, think of yourself. You know, stay within yourself, and you can't go far wrong in that. You start changing things, you have to do better, you'll do worse.
Yeah.
Right? So we'll see how it goes from there. So try your first 3 hours now with this, see how you go. And we'll run it, see what happens. Nice and easy. Now remember what I told you before, relax the muscles before you go into shooting mode, and when you go into shooting mode, keep your chest low, pull in and hold in on the stops, get your breathing right, and away you go from there. Pop them off there and nice and easy. Don't rush it, take it easy. Okay, even score, 10 each. Not bad. Nice execution, very good. Another 10 for Kerrie. What can I say, John? Over try?
Yeah, I think I pushed up in the front arm that time.
It wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad. You know? Three tens for Miss Leonard. 10-8 for John. And just put me under pressure, John, now. And nice and easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Hold strong. Beautiful. 10. So you came back on that very good. Okay? Very good. Not bad. Not bad. First end to Kerrie. 3 tens. John, 10, 9, 8. Relax off. Keep the mind right in what you're doing. You know, don't over try. Take it nice and easy. Relax through the shot. You know.
Twice.
Power is throwing it away. A beautiful 10 from John. John Power. Kerrie Leonard. Had a hiccup.
Flinched.
A flinch and a hiccup. Okay? But controlled the shot, which is what it's about. Back down into it. Refocus again, Kerrie. Refocus. Power thinks he has you on the run. Exactly.
Don't make me laugh either. Third time's the charm, I guess.
It's your distraction for you.
Let's see, what is it? Am I a nasty coach or what?
No. Or maybe I've got Stockholm syndrome.
Stop. hiccup from Mr. Power.
Kerrie.
Lovely. Refocus, John. Hold the score. 1 hour to go. Make it count. And you may take this round. Good man. Okay, it's up to Miss Leonard now to hit. You need to hit a 10 equal your score. I know it's like putting pressure on her own to do that. And she hits a 10. Equal score. We'll have a look when we go down. What do you think?
One more arrow.
Oh, you've one more arrow. Sorry, I
How
thought you
badly
shot
did
3.
John do his best?
Okay. John's 2 10s and a 9. Or 2 10s. What do you think, John? Is it 2 10s?
Could be me.
Could be a 9. No messing with Mrs. Lamb. She's not letting you off the hook, John.
No.
I'm terribly sorry. She's nasty. Whatever.
I had time after I had to let down bloody choice.
Oh, good though. Okay. Off you go. We can collect those. Would you say you're murdering, John?
No. The thing about compound is that cumulative scores can come back.
Come back and bite you on the hair.
Can, yeah. Posterior. On the
Yeah.
posterior.
So that's it. So what advice would you give to John Power now in relation to that? If he was yours coach, what would you say to him?
Well, at this point, some archers get complacent because they think they're
lost.
thinking of the so the archer who's leading
Yeah.
gets complacent because they start thinking of the next match,
Yeah.
and so the person who's in who needs to catch up can capitalize on that very well. But and when the person who's trailing beats someone in an end, it shakes their confidence. So at this stage, it's really easy to come back from being behind.
Yeah. You understand that, John?
Mm.
Okay.
What you're saying is you're gonna throw a few off this time.
I'm gonna sandbag, or maybe John's sandbagger.
Maybe he's just kind of playing with you, Kerrie. You wouldn't know. No? Try 10 for Kerrie.
Shouldn't have been.
And I think, John, you had to have an 8. Is it?
Looks like
Okay. But, come on, concentrate on what you're going to do now. Don't get in tight, Remember what, don't be getting tight. Don't come back from it. Nice and easy. Hold strong on the straps. Lovely. What did you think of that shot? What did you do?
through the front arm down, and then as I released him, shot it back up.
What is it? Focusing, is it?
Yeah.
Focusing, isn't it? Well, you learn that. You'll learn that. You'll understand that. That's no problem to learn that. And there's no harm in making mistakes. The man who never made a mistake made nothing.
Mm.
I know the
Yeah,
cushion.
it's in time. It's in the time. You see that was high 9, but it looks like a 10 to me. Did you finish on that one, John?
I think it's a 9.
Yeah, they are, you see. Like you can't pull back. Always think positive about it. You can pull back on that. But you made a mistake on 2 arrows, but you didn't give up on it. And what you did, you came back on it and you hit into a That's progress.
Yeah.
That's progress. Always think of the positive and think of the progress. Okay. Okay.
Probably, no, I think it was 110 in the morning, 210 in the
I
morning.
don't know what it feels. It looks to me like it's, you know,